Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. So tonight we are not tasting champagne, but I will bring you to another region that I love, Burgundy, and especially the north of Burgundy. We are in Chablis. So Chablis, actually it's pretty funny, it's not very far from the Côte des Bar, the other part, the southern part of Champagne. They actually share a similar climate, a similar terroir, especially on those limestone and those Chimérégiens that are so precious in Chablis that we find also in this area of Champagne in the Côte des Bar. So tonight we are talking about a very special bottle that is called L'Humeur du Temps. What a wonderful name. We can translate in English, it's pretty much as you say, like the mood of time. We are sipping this beautiful Chablis from Alice and Olivier de Moor. It's a couple that started a wonderful project in the 90s. They come from many generation of winemakers, of course, and they started to really do things differently. They wanted to have another vision of Chablis, a vision of Chablis which is a little bit more on purity, more on natural. They wanted to do things differently. In 2005, they are officially organically certified, and of course they work on the most natural side possible. It's a Chablis that is it's on right now super hot. It's all on the radar. You have really few bottles left, so I was lucky to find this one. They have 7 hectares overall in Chablis where they are. They have some Chardonnay, they have also some Aligoté and some Sauvignon Blanc, which is pretty rare in this area. But of course here we are in Chablis, and so it's 100% Chardonnay, of course, that we are tasting tonight. Beautifully surprising. Here we are on the vintage 2018, which was pretty tough also to manage. It's a climate, of course, that it's cold out there, and a lot of years are very difficult. That's why I think the name is pretty, I just love the name, and I think that what they want us to feel through this bottle and through the wines that they make is that basically in the end it's always nature that decides. It's time, it's nature, and I like the words that they say. Alice says that basically they are here to interpret each year what the terroir wants to say, what the grape wants to say each year, depending of the year. Not all years are the same. They have their challenge with the weather and with everything that they have basically each year, and so I think it's a great homage to this and to nature and to time also as well. So here we are going to taste. I opened this bottle at lunch. We had a beautiful pairing. I'll talk to you right after. But this wine is all in purity, in complexity, in elegance. These are really the words that came to me. A lot of finesse. It's a wine that is very feminine to me. On the first nose, now it's a little bit more open, but I really have it in mind. And on the first nose, I had really those white flowers. You have an impression of a wine that is very soft, that is very gentle, a lot of honeysuckle. You can really, you feel that it's gonna be a gentle wine. So it's very impressive on the first nose. You start with this gentle touch, if I can say. And then you start to taste, and on the palate, it's all in minerality. It's much more crispier and much more acidity than what you think on the nose. It's like a little bit like a gentle woman, but behind there's a lot of personality and of character. It's very like the acidity is pretty high. It's just crisp and vibrant, but at the same time it's not aggressive. It's really, you can really tell that there is a beautiful balance, and they were capable to do a tremendous work here. It has this I would say this character, but at the same time it's mastered very, very well. So of course you do have this salinity that comes here on the palate, of course, that develops itself after a few minutes. it's all in contrast. On the third taste, after a couple of minutes in the glass, I also had a little bit of fruits that were coming, a touch of apricot, of pear, of tangerine. It is really a wine that takes time to develop itself with the minerality and the acidity that it has. Definitely for me, it's a wine that can age for sure. It has the potential for aging, and it's still really interesting to taste young vintages like this. But you can see really the aging potential in here. It has tension, it has this generosity also at the same time. So it's all made naturally here. Of course, well, you can tell they made this in pure respect of nature. They try to craft wines as more natural as possible. So, of course, they really limit the addition of SO2, no filtration, no fining also as well. Everything is done by hand, is picked by hand. So there is a huge care behind, and their motto is really to craft wines as simple as possible. So they do with the challenge of each year, and they try to craft really wines in pure respect of nature, as tradition was before all the arrival of all chemical wine, all in precision, all in elegance, in finesse. If you're an amateur of Chablis, I highly recommend this. Here in France, it was 33 euro. It's definitely so worth it. If you have the chance to get your hands on this bottle, it's amazing. We paired this with fish, everything around seafood and products of the sea, of course, is perfect with the minerality. It just goes perfectly well. With we had a little bit of lemon, of ginger, of basilic also as well. And this really added a really special touch on the pairing. So cheers. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more of those videos, you can follow me on Instagram, and also put the little notification. As soon as I taste a new wine, you'll have this little notification. So today was L'Humeur du Temps 2018 vintage from Alice and Olivier de Moor. Cheers, santé.